of the trade, there's a place we all know, where stories spill like paint and the real talk flows. Baz and Sean bring the banter again, welcoming all to the Decorators Den. It's the life of a painter, the grit and the strain, the laughter, the learning, the pride and the pain, from pricing and burnout to jobs that go wrong. Every tale finds a rhythm, every struggle a song. New starters, old hands, voices mixing within, sharing truth like color in a freshly opened tin. They talk craft, talk care, talk the weight of the day, talk the mind and the mess, and the art in the trade. And when work feels heavy or you've hit your limit again, you'll find comfort and company in the Decorators Den. So raise your brushes and stories, let the chorus begin. You're never alone in the Decorators Den.
Hello, welcome to the Decorators Den Podcast with Baz and Sean. We are proudly sponsored by Nap and Bristle Decorating Supplies. Go on, chuck on their website, www.napandbristle.co.uk. Fuck that bit up then, Sean. Go on.
I'm fucking glad it wasn't me. I'm actually full of the cold, and it's actually Baz that started with a stutter in this
Yeah,
episode.
I've fucked it
Take
up already. It's been 5 seconds, Sean. 5 seconds.
Right, go again, Baz.
You're alright, go on. You do the
You
next
might
part.
continue.
Yeah, continue it.
Right, so keep pushing the subscriber button. The last 2 episodes did really well, by the way. I think we're 53 subscribers short of our goal.
Yeah.
Right,
We're on
200 and
247.
247, so
Solid.
53. Special guests today. I think it's the first brand that we're actually going to interview in the podcast, by the way. So today we're joined by the team behind Toad Tapes, a UK brand focused on professional grade masking tape and surface protection. Built with the trade in mind, Toad Tapes have quickly gained attention for delivering sharp lines, reliable adhesion, and
We're normally
durable
better than this, boys. Sorry.
I know. Literally, I'm blaming my cold, by the way. So, welcome, boys. How are we getting on? It's Perry, Wes, and Callum. Is that right?
That's it, yeah.
I don't know if there's. I don't know if it's like an Ant and Dec scenario where they sit as Perry, Wes, and Callum or no. So, how are you?
We're good. Yeah, we're all good. How are you?
All good. All
Suffering a bit, but we're here. I know.
I was half expecting to having to message you because Sean wasn't well, but he said, "Oh, I'll power through."
All right. Well,
Sean has sold you this week, aren't you?
I said
He's a
maybe
good boy.
a month ago that I'm never ill. I'd never get sick, and since I've said that, I think I've been ill 3 times.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't say it because you just curse yourself.
I totally jinx myself. Yeah.
Yeah.
We appreciate you coming on, mate, as well.
Pardon?
Yes.
What did you say
No,
then?
I appreciate that I've powered through. That's what he said.
Oh, right, yeah.
Open your ears.
Ooh.
Right.
Yeah, so do you want to introduce yourself a bit? Tell us a bit about Toad Tapes and...
Yeah, so I'm Perry. Obviously, a lot of people have probably seen me on the socials. This is Wes. This is Callum. And then, yeah, you're looking at the face of Toad Tapes, really. Us 3 are the founders, the directors. Yeah, what
So
do you want to know?
is it just you 3? Have you not got people, say, like, in the warehouse, or is it just you
It's
3
just us,
doing it all?
Just us 3 doing it all. Yeah, literally. And when I say doing it all. Like, you know.
Wearing every hat in the company at the minute.
Yeah. No, I've noticed the growth compared to, like, when you first started out. If you look at it now compared to then, it's gone really quick.
I first noticed it. I follow or I'm friends with my mate Kyle at KJM Decor. You've probably seen him. But
Yeah.
he is a massive advocate and fan of the tapes
Yeah,
and
loves it.
the floor protection and stuff. So it was through him that I actually became aware of the brand because he was doing a lot of sharing and a lot of. I know he's not an ambassador of, but I think you trust people more if they like your product before they're an ambassador.
Yeah.
So shout out to Kyle, by the way, for making of. So that's what kind of made me aware.
definitely.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
See,
massive shout out to Kyle. He's a good guy.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
You know, not just Kyle. Everyone, like, because
Yeah, there's a
like you said
few.
yourself, the growth has been massive for us,
Yeah.
and it's progressed so quick. And it is all down to guys like Kyle that have given us the opportunity and just backed us from the very start. And like I said, none of us three sitting here expected it to grow so quick, and it's still growing now. And
Well, that's
you know,
good though,
we're
because it
taking
just
in our
shows that you're
stride.
doing something right, doesn't it?
Exactly that.
Yeah.
I think if you're putting
And
out a good product, if you're putting out a good product, I think the growth will come. Like
Yeah.
if you're pushing something that's substandard, it's a lot harder to grow. But I think
A bit like
if
this
people are trying
podcast.
your product and it's instantly, you get what I mean? It's so much easier
Yeah.
to grow. Like, so, obviously we'll come on to the product and that a bit.
But it's it's like that because we was talking about like sponsorships and stuff. We want people that we know we actually like and they are a good brand or a good product, because it just becomes so much easier to sell rather than someone you don't like and you've got to be like, oh yeah. They're alright, like they're decent.
Fake it. Yeah.
If you like a product, you're gonna be like, oh, you need to get on that now. Like,
I think that's where we're in a good position because we was like we come out of nowhere, if you like, and I think the only reason that anyone would be behind us is because they like the product. There's nothing else for them to go on. So everyone that's behind us likes the product, but it comes hand in hand. They wouldn't be behind us if they didn't like the product. So
yeah, exactly.
that's one thing that we know is good. We know the product's good, and we can always stand by that. That the product is
Quality for us is like the most important thing.
and the confidence is there. We know the product's good, you know. So going into any situation, the product's good, you know.
Yeah.
So we've got that on our side.
So
Yes.
it kind of leads us quite well into what we're going to ask as the first question. It's like, do you want to give us a wee bit of background story on how Toad Tapes was formed, like how it started?
Right. So Toad Tapes started. I suppose it originated from Wes. This guy here, Wes. He's got experience in manufacturing products, selling them. He was in manufacturing, selling render products. That's where the whole sort of core started from. And then me and Wes, we've had multiple successful businesses together. And at the time, we had a building company. And we was, doing our bit of painting and decorating, if you like. We're not professionals. We never said we are.
Yeah.
But we was doing a bit of painting and decorating. We relied heavily on tape. We wasn't professionals, and we saw a gap in the market. Really, there's good tape. People are overpaying, and then you got your cheap and nasty tape, which is not doing the job. So that's where it all become about. We saw a gap in the market. Wes had a little bit of experience in the industry, and we was like, let's go find a good tape that we can offer that people ain't paying silly money for. And that was how the idea originally begun of going into this industry.
And it started to we would all, every time we'd meet, so we'd go to the gym, have a beer after, and we was always sort of business talk or how we can just better ourselves.
Yeah.
And we actually started a book club. So we between the three of us, it'd be like, read chapter 1 tonight. So on a Monday, say, we'd read chapter 1. On Tuesday, we'd all between us have a chat about it. And it was Simon Squibb's What's Your Dream?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's sort of like, obviously the background of where we got there. It sort of it started from after we read the book.
Yeah.
Right.
The products were there, and one day after we'd left the gym, we we was walking out to the vans, and there was a render drop down on there, and I was like, why? Like, let's pull the trigger and really get this going. And
Exactly.
then from there, the real work started.
Basically, the simple answer is three people that are sick of being on the tools.
See, I think it's actually quite genius to start something like tape. You say, oh, we weren't professional. We're doing a bit of paint and decorating, and we weren't professional decorators. But do you not realise now that you're making like a tape and protection brand that it's actually the professionals nowadays that use your tapes, and like so. With sprayers, with spraying machines, and spray painters becoming more popular, you've kind of hit you've kind of hit at an ideal time, because like spraying is growing so fast, and at the end of the day, what the sprayers need, they need protection, they need masking tapes that are going to work. So you've kind of hit the market at like
at the perfect time, and at the timing is impeccable. Like.
It's like a lot of it, when you talk to people, then there's the hard work you put in, and there's also the luck you get on your way.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
The luck counts for a lot. As we've found, we've done a lot of hard work, but certain times you do things at the right time, and like you say, with how the spraying market is going now, we've come in with a good quality product that we know is really good.
Yeah.
And we're sort of getting in just at the right time, we believe.
I think that's the main thing as well, is knowing you've got a good product. If you're going in kind of like half-assed and going, oh, is it going to be good? Is it going to, oh, we don't, like, you've got a good product, so you can be confident when you're selling it to people and when you're saying, look, we'll even give
exactly that, yeah.
Yeah, like.
And when we like, this didn't come overnight, this probably a good year went into this before anyone ever even saw what we had to offer. So a lot of hard work went into this, and we spent, like I say, a long time perfecting it until we had the right product. So, and just the way that all three of us operate, we're all pretty perfectionists, in what we do. We always have been in every business we've had. And, when we decided that we was going to, bring this product in, it had to be right, and it had to be better than everyone else's. That was our main focus, and we had a good take there long before we launched, but we still wasn't happy. We went back and we perfected it, and we went back and we perfected it until we knew that we was ready to go. So
and on that as well with the. Sorry, Sean. Go
on, mate.
We've like just to sort of give you an insight on how particular we are, even down to like the logo, like the branding.
Yeah.
We was going back and forth for ages.
That was a painful process.
Between the three of us, it would be like, well, I think his top hat needs to slide slightly to the left, and then Wes would go, no, I prefer it to the right, and Phil would be like, tilt it back a bit. And
probably 6 months just to get a logo.
That's a part of your precision as well, isn't it? That like getting it right is like some of it's down to luck, but if you're gonna have a catchy logo or a catchy name, it needs to be precise. It needs to be right. Okay, so it's we can't just solely put it down to luck. It's part luck and part of the effort that you're putting in. Because I was speaking yesterday to Nick Golden, that's doing Specco brushes. So he's only been doing them for it's under a year. He's trying to get brushes to a market, and obviously the tape market's saturated. The brush market is brutally saturated, right? And he's doing it himself, so it's a grind, obviously, to try and you're working, you're doing your day job to start with, but you're also trying to bring this product to market, and obviously you hate to be prepared to work at it, like, and making sure you're making these right decisions. So obviously this episode will be an interesting lesson for Nick and loads of other people that are probably looking to bring stuff to
Yeah, because
market.
there's going to be there's so many people that are trying to either bring out a brush, either their own tape, their own kind of product.
Aye.
Because I was talking to someone, I don't know if you know him. He's called Magic Decorating, and he's brought a little magic tape cutter out, which is not that popular,
Right.
but the product is actually good, and he doesn't advertise it as much anymore, but it's actually a good product. But I feel like because he's still on the tools, he doesn't really focus on trying to sell it anymore. It's like
That's
just
the thing,
a
innit?
magic cutter. But yeah,
That is where I'd say we're quite lucky with there being the three of us, because
Yep. Are
obviously
you sharing the load?
if you're on your own,
yeah,
it's a lot of work to do. Whereas between the three of us, you know, some days you have your bad days where you
Yeah.
don't particularly feel like doing much. But there's, because of the three of us, there's always
Yeah.
someone to pick up the slack.
See,
You know,
it's-
like especially orders. We're so big on the orders coming in, and we get down here the next day, if not the same day, get them packed, get them sent out.
Well, you do
and the
well
days when
regarding
you're
that,
having it-
because every time I message the Instagram, it's we're just running out, or we're just low on stock now, every single time. So literally, them tapes must come in and just literally go straight back out.
But they're flying out. Yeah, they're flying out.
That's it, and that's another sign you've got a good product. Otherwise, they'd be sat in your warehouse for God knows how long.
Yeah, it's
So-
it's a good problem to have. We
Oh, yeah,
recognise it is
definitely.
still a problem, but it's a good problem to have. But the tape is just, we can't keep on top of it. It's just going out so quick. But you know, we've got all our other products which sell, like the tape and drapes. We've had such good feedback on it. Everyone loves it.
Yeah.
But they're not. People are buying, you know, 1 or 2 tape and drapes, and then you've got some people are coming in and buying 200-300 rolls of tape at a time.
Yeah.
So like, you know, we might lose one or 2 tape and drapes. We're losing 300 rolls of tape. So that's where we are learning on the job, if you like. Where, you know,
Yep.
we're trying to, because when we started this, we didn't have no data. We didn't know what to go off. We anticipated more tape would sell,
Yeah.
and we thought we allowed for that, but we was nowhere even close.
Yeah.
Like,
Yep.
you know, the tape just went, and
It started off a bit-
done.
Started
it
off
has
a
done
bit
ever
too big.
since.
You wasn't expecting it.
Exactly that. Yeah, nobody
that is
expected.
something that's sort of like, again, because obviously there's a lot of money that goes into just getting
Yeah,
the
'cause
product here.
Production and
So-
stuff as well, isn't there?
That's it. And so we've obviously, with the tape going out as well as what it has, we hadn't anticipated for that. So we've had to go again with our own money, and then it all went so well when we was like, shit, we need to go again.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
The t-shirts have come off our back to fund this business. Like
Yeah.
we're not even close to taking a single penny profit in this. Like,
Yeah.
but it's all part of the process.
with
Yeah.
like the tape, obviously the reason we've had to go again is to, like, the 36 has gone already, and I'm very conscious of running out of stock.
Yeah.
So the third, like our next one, we've gone like we're stock heavy on tape. So the idea is now, obviously, that hopefully it's going out real quick, and we've got to put another one on.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll probably sell out again.
Exactly.
Well, the
Yeah.
stock management side of things, you know.
At least the more that you are selling, the more like analytical side that you'll have. So you know that you're selling like 300 rolls of tape to every 2 boxes of the drape. You get what I mean? So you'll start to realise next time when we're ordering, then we need to order, I don't know, 5,000 rolls of tape. I don't know what you're ordering like, but 5,000 rolls of tape and no 20 boxes, Ken.
Yeah.
5,000 is
Yeah.
probably like 5%, innit?
Well, I think we've got 30,000 rolls arriving
Yeah.
in April.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And,
But before-
to be honest, with you,
before-
we don't know how long it's going to last.
Mental.
Before launching, what research did you do with decorators to understand what they actually wanted from masking tape and protection products?
So, like I said before we launched it, there was probably over a year of
Yeah.
us doing the research, getting the products right, back and forth. There's a lot of painters, decorators, sprayers that are local to us. That if they're watching, they'll know who they are. That was giving us some good feedback. One guy in particular, he's very particular with his tapes and his other products, and he, told us how it was. So with that, we took the decorators and the professionals' feedback, which is obviously the most important thing.
Feel free to give people a shout out, by the way. Don't be scared to mention anybody. Well, you can give your.
They know who they are, but they're not social guys. They're a little bit older than us, and
Yeah.
But so with that feedback, there was a little bit of back and forth, with our manufacturer and trying to perfect it. There was, even when we had a good tape, which in place, we knew it was a good tape. It was better than a lot of the others. Little bit of feedback come back and said, look, it's great. It's ticking all the boxes, but it didn't quite stick to, silicon render or brickwork.
Yeah.
So we went back to our manufacturers. Like, how can we perfect this? We knew the tape was good, ready to go, but can we get it that bit better? Credit to them, they did. We still wanted it under the same performance, and we got it. So there was a lot of feedback that went into it, and that came from professional painters and sprayers.
Yeah.
And without that, we couldn't have perfected it, but we wanted to make sure we had it right, even when we had a good tape there. We knew at one point that we had a good tape there, and we still went for more, and we got it. So that's what's giving us the tape we've got now, and I think that's why we are where we are now, and everyone's talking about us, like I say, it was a lot. Yeah, it was, I think it was that, just the way we are, the way the three of us are, trying to get it better each time, squeezing every drop, and we ended up getting the tape we've got now, and like I say, it's out there and everyone's talking about it, so we think it's one of the best on the market.
Yeah. Well, tape is quite a competitive market, isn't it? So
Massively.
How do you position yourself against the bigger tape brands?
We know, so we've never come out and said that we're one of the big boys from the off. We know who we are. And I think that helps with our selling as well, because people can see that we're genuine people. We're not a multi-million-pound company that's just got money to throw at advertising and marketing and like a 500-foot warehouse full of stuff.
I think everyone else, in regards to the other guys, I think we've been put on that shelf from everybody else.
Yeah.
So we never anticipated to be sitting on the shelf next to them. It was everybody else that done it for us.
Yeah.
People started using us, and then before we knew it, we've had. This is another thing. We've had. I don't know how many shops and merchants that we've had to turn down because we haven't got the stock to supply guys that are trying to buy it now. We can't supply the shops if we're selling out to the guys that are buying it online. And, these guys are like, look, I'm going to get rid of the rest of my Q1. I'm going to put you on there and all the rest of it. And I'm not trying to badmouth Q1 or anything, but they put us on that shelf with those guys. That just happened organically.
The quality of the product is obviously out why we've been put up there with these people. We had Warren Atlee decorating.
The best way to be put up,
a compliment that you're actually being put up beside the
best way to be put up there
Yeah.
is by other people, not yourself, because you'll
we
get brands that will be like, oh, we're up there, and then you get it and you're like, you're not quite up there, like. So do you know what I mean? So it's other people putting you up there, so you don't have to say a word. You can just let everyone else do the talking for you.
Exactly that we got put there by everyone else. We never started this business and thought, oh, do you know what, we're gonna try and take on the big boys. It just come to us, and we ended up getting put on that top shelf with them. So I think it's just the pure fact of the products just speaking for itself.
I don't know, but Baz will be nipping away to get his carton of juice. He likes to drink out of like a normal carton of juice, probably. So that's why he's nipping away.
I've got my juice here.
I'm in fucking water because I'm full of the Carl. So, I'll let Baz come back first. There he is.
Sorry about that, boys. My dog was fucking click-clacking away.
We're going to stay
Just go into the kitchen. He wanted feeding.
All right, you just disappeared. So what makes your masking tape different from what's sitting on the shelves?
I think the obvious answer is the level of tape you're getting for the price you're paying. Because you're getting you're getting a top performance precision edge tape there, and you're not overpaying like you normally would with the other brands.
You're getting a premium tape,
that's
not for a premium
answer.
price kind of thing.
You're getting a premium tape, not for a premium price tag. Exactly that. Yeah, that's the short-term answer. We're not going to sit here and, the last thing we're going to do is start sort of slagging anyone else off tape, because there's loads of great brands out there with great tapes, but I think we're that middle ground. We're the good tape for a reasonable price, and I think that is the ultimate thing that separates us from the rest.
That's something we've sort of spoke about quite a lot as well. So obviously there's, we spoke to a fella and he was paying like £7-8 for a roll of Tessa. There's just, especially for the people like the end user, there's no need for it to be at that point. So our thing is quality. Like we've got like a toe tape Bible that's on the wall in the unit there, and the quality is the key thing for us to make sure. Like, we're never going to drop on quality, but there's no need for these ridiculous people to be going and spending ridiculous amounts of money for a roll of tape.
Yeah.
So we've tried to get, like Pearl said, that middle ground where you're getting top end tape, but you're not having to. It's not breaking the bank on every job.
It's not extortionate to get out there and buy it, because
if you use tape a lot, that's a lot of money forking out for them.
Yeah.
Some of the
it's just
bigger
not being
brands,
greedy. It's not being greedy at the end of the day. Like, between the three of us, we've all been in the trade for 20 plus years, and we know what it's like. You're constantly getting your pants pulled down, and it's just not being greedy. As long as like, we're happy if we can make our margin, and we can give a better tape for a better price, and they're happy, and everyone's happy. Then that's the way it should work, And we're just not trying to be greedy. I think that's what sort of separates us from the rest.
Yeah.
And actually, like, use keeping your margins in check actually helps. Like, me and Baz are obviously still in the trade, still in the tools. Actually helps our margins.
Yeah.
Because if we're pricing for a job and we're pricing, for example, we're using Q1, Mask or Tessa, like one of the more expensive brands, right? We're maybe allowing for like £7 for a roll of, like, obviously I'm in southwest Scotland, rural. My local suppliers like Carlisle, like fucking an hour and a half drive. I get deliveries to masking tapes and paints and fillers and stuff. So I'm very limited. I'm not going into a shop and looking at a shelf and saying, "Oh, that tape there's £1, that tape's £4, that tape's £7." I'm just picking up the phone and be like, "Well, send me what you've got. I'm needing it for this job this week." And I fall victim to this £7.15 a roll. Ken, so if your tape's more financially better for me, and it's still hitting the mark for you, it means that we can pass it on to our customers, and or it makes our profit margins better. So it's like we're all kind of scratching one another's back. Us, by using your paint, is actually benefiting us as decorators. If that makes sense.
Yeah, everyone's happy, aren't they?
Exactly that. Yeah. I think with the obviously we've got how many different products have we got?
22.
22. Well, not 20.
No, I think we've got 11.
We've got 11
products.
We've got 11 different products in. We've got 22 different products overall
with
different sizes. But I think we offer 11 completely different products, and the tape for us is the
it's the king.
It's the king base. Is the minimal profit that we have, because we really don't make a lot on the tape,
But it's your name, it's your brand, it's your main product.
Exactly that.
But by people using your tape and realising how good it is, that then leads them into your other products. So they'll start off when people are buying a box of your tapes, they're using them. Then they'll think, "Fucking hell, this is dynamite! I'm gonna try their tape and drape, or I'm gonna try the floor protection."
The tape and drapes we've got the tape and drapes we've got, that was a lot of back and forth actually to get those right.
Right.
But the tape and drapes we've got has got the same tape on top of our tape and drapes as it does on the masking tape. So it's got the precision edge masking tape on top of all of our tape and drapes, and it's twice the thick as anybody else's. And that is on every single tape and drape that we've got.
So I haven't yet used your tape and drape yet, but does it? I take it it's one of the ones that come with the tape attached to the film, is it?
The plastic. That's it. Yeah.
And is it the kind of universal size where it fits onto the hand masker, or does it not?
They all fit the hand masker.
Aye, that's
compatible with the hand masker.
See, that's a genius move. That's a genius move as well.
Thing.
That was one of the big things for us.
That was another thing, yeah. When we was getting it manufactured, that was one of the big things for us. But yeah, if you look at our tape and drapes and the size of the tape on top of that,
because a lot of them they're quite thin, aren't they? Some of the tape and drapes that you see, the tape line's quite thin, isn't it? And then you end up having to put tape on it anyway.
And it's paper thin. You could see through it.
Yeah.
But with ours, unless you had, we'll send one out to you. We'll give us your addresses after this. Yep. We'll get some out to you.
Yeah.
But when you actually got it in your hand and you have a look, you'll see the quality in it.
Yeah.
But these are.
Is that turn that again? Is that 1.4 meter that opens out to?
That's 1400. Yeah.
So that'll be enough. Well, a normal standard kitchen is what it's 900 in it. So that'll cover over the top into a kitchen unit and drape down to hit the floor. So that's obviously been thought about as well, isn't it? So
these are really popular with the kitchen sprayers because of that reason. Yeah. The 1400 one of our most populars.
Yeah, I know Kyle did a video not long back and he literally covered everything, didn't he? Did you see that video? Literally everything was just fully covered in toad. Either the floor protection or the...
Who did that?
Kyle at KJM. Every single inch of the kitchen that wasn't meant to have paint on was covered in something to do with toad.
I follow a lady for the northeast England, Joanne Hay. She's brilliant. She's a Geordie lass. She's a brilliant decorator, and I don't know what type of protection she uses, but I was watching a video recently where she was doing a kitchen and she had literally every surface covered with whatever protection she was using, right? And all the comments, she gets a lot of hate for stuff like that, and all the comments were like, "Oh, why are you going to all the effort to cover all this stuff up? By the time you've covered everything, I've packed my sheets up and flung them in the van." And she was like, "Well, if a customer or a client walks into their kitchen and sees the amount of effort that you're putting in to protect their flooring, worktops and that, they know that you're going to look after your house, right?" So a few days later, after she had finished her kitchen, the kitchen she was doing, she lifted all the floor protection and all the stuff, doing the stuff around the lights and that, and it was like a marble floor and like a pure white kitchen. Now, if you'd got a speck of paint on it, it would have stood out a mile. And I think like something simple like you're putting the rolls of your tape and drape stuff up, for example, and I don't know what you retail it at, but say if it's a tenner a roll, right, or £9 a roll, or whatever. You think you use that in 5 kitchens, the amount of money that you would have to pay to replace somebody's kitchen unit if you had splattered it with some Zinzer bin or something that's going to be a nightmare to come off is tenfold that or 100-fold that, Ken. So it's well worth the money. When, in my opinion, I quite
I agree with you. Yeah.
It's like that. It's the first impression thing as well, right? You first day on the job, and like, as you're saying, you walk in and it's like the whole
everything's covered.
As a reputation thing, that's going to pass across, right? You're talking to your neighbour who needs their kitchen done or they wants a bit of decorating. Like the first thing most people say is, "Were they clean and tidy?"
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
In any trade, really, right? The first thing is, were they clean and tidy? And like, if the answer is yeah, it was immaculate, it straight away it sort of carries a lot of weight, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I think it benefits as well. Like some of these guys, if you've got this job on, and it's going to take you, 4 or 5 days, And if you go in and protect like that, you know, with the floor protection down the taping drapes, that everything's protected. You protect it once, and it comes off when you finish. You know, if you're putting dust sheets down, you know, you can't go down and lay a load of dust sheets and cover up there and then leave them down a week. It's just, it doesn't work. Yeah. So if you go down and protect it up properly and you do it once, you do it right, and then when the job's complete, you take it up. It also saves time in your labour.
Yeah.
Because I think there's obviously I think when you're dependent on the type of work you're doing, so if you're, for example, doing a hall stair landing and you're going to be working in it for a week, I think it's
spindles.
It's so much better to get in and put the floor protection down on the whole floor and drape up our oak staircase and cover the lights up with the taping drape and tape up everything, because you're going to be in it for 4 or 5 days to finish the job.
Yeah.
Whereas the argument for the other side, like dust sheets, if you're going in and you're painting like I don't know, like a bedroom, for example, you maybe throw down dust sheets because it's a 1 day job, but you still have to pick them up and hoover up at the end of the night, Ken. So
it's an hour protecting with your dust sheets and an hour tidying up, isn't it?
Exactly. But if you're doing a job over 4 days, that hour's every night.
Yeah,
whereas
that's 4 hours a week you're losing.
Exactly. If your protection's down for the job, you put it down on the Monday morning, it takes you an hour to put it down, and on the Friday lunchtime when you're finished the job, you tear it back up and you've got very minimal cleaning to do. You maybe quickly nick round with a hoover just because you've been lifting the stuff up, Ken. So,
and at the same time, you look so much more professional to the customer.
Yeah,
you know.
Exactly.
It does look a lot way smarter than sheets like.
So, how much product development and testing goes into something as, I'm going to use the word simple. I know obviously it's not going to sound simple here, but as simple as tape.
So I think everybody knows that, you know, masking tape, it's not just paper and glue.
Yeah.
You know? There's so much more that goes into it than that. And, you know, the amount of testing that goes into it, like I said, that we brought up, you know, easily a year, maybe more than a year. If we looked into it, I bet it was more than a year of testing. And, you know, for it to tick all the boxes, because your masking tape, you know, yeah, you can have a mask tape that doesn't bleed, great. But then what about all the other things? You know, you need to get that glue right. That's not going to, when you take it off, it's not going to tear the wall off. But it's also got to be sticky enough that it stays on the wall. And, you know, and when you take it off, does it come off in pieces or does it come off in one piece altogether? And there's just so many, and temperature, you know, different temperatures. The list goes on with masking tape, which I'm sure you guys know.
Yeah, because I've had that quite a bit where you're taking it off and it's just coming off in little bits, and you're like, what the fuck are you doing? Just come off.
I was literally going to say that same thing there.
Our masking tape you'll find it's a lot thicker than most of the masking tapes out there on the market. Which, like we said, we'll get some samples over to you guys. If you give us your addresses, we'll get some out to you. You can feel it for yourself. But it's a lot thicker. It does come off in one. You know, you can get that perfect tape pill, you know, where it goes the whole way around in one pill. And it was a lot of testing. There was like I say, we've launched this brand. We've come out of nowhere. We've done well. Social media's helped. Yeah. But there was a lot of testing.
I think as well. It's obviously. Like, I don't want to keep saying quality, but if we were looking to just come onto the market, make a few quids and get out, obviously your testing wouldn't be as vigorous. But
no,
again, everything for us is quality driven. So if we were just looking to bring something out, we wouldn't have run as hard a test on everything that we have, because we're trying to deliver such a top quality product that obviously takes a lot longer than. Yeah, just your standard masking tape.
Just good enough.
Yeah. Just good enough isn't something that we was looking for.
I think, like the fact that you said that, we'll take you back to even picking the position of the Toad's hat, right? You're not going to put as much effort into your logo, and you're not going to bother about trying to keep your profit margins lower if you're just in it to make a quick buck. You're going to be like, you're going to be like,
stick any old price on it.
Fuck the logo, maximise profit, get the money in, and we're one hit and we're done. Whereas I think by the
I know
look,
a few people that are like that.
Hopefully, people can see that from everything we're doing, that we're not here to just be here for a couple of years and go.
No,
Again,
do you know what?
thing with discussions we've had are very much like we're here for the foreseeable. You know? We don't plan on going anywhere, so that comes into the quality being good, because obviously, like Sam Baz, if it's shit and you're here to make a quick buck, then you're off the scene. Like we're here to stay, you know. So
yeah. Well, from the outside looking in, you can tell you actually care about what you're selling and what your product is doing and what people think about it. And that's just, obviously, I've never tried it myself personally, but just looking at the kind of stuff people are posting, what you're posting, you can tell you actually care about the product that you're actually selling. And I think
100%.
That makes a difference when it comes to when decorators are looking for tape or tape and drape or whatever. I think it really does make a difference if the person that's selling it actually cares or not. Because if you don't care, why is a decorator going to care? They're not going to bother buying the product.
We're also passionate about this. Like I said to you, Cal said before, we're not going to give off this perception with this big industry. Like we're all still fully on the tools and doing this in between work and family and kids, and you know, but we are still passionate about this. If an order comes in, you know, one of us will get there, we'll get it packed, we'll get it sent that day.
Yeah.
And if there's ever any problems, you know, one of us will get on it, we'll rectify it. And feedback, you know, we're so open to feedback, and people that have come back to us and said stuff, and we've taken it on board, we've rectified it. There's things we've even changed because of feedback, you know. And we're just three genuine people that are not trying to put out a persona that we're anything but that.
Yeah.
Yep.
While we're on about quality, has there been any particular failures that have taught you a lesson, or has there been anything where you've as you've been going through the process, you've gone, right, that's not working, and it's taught you what kind of like what you want in that tape?
I think one of the things that comes to mind when you say that is the floor protection.
Yeah.
So the floor protection, we had it. A few people come back and say that the floor protection should be rolled the other way around.
Right.
Yeah. So when you roll our floor protection out and give it that kick, ours is on the back.
Right.
And we had a few people come back and say that.
Yeah.
And do you know what? We all sort of thought it as well when we thought, oh, maybe we should have done that. And then 4 or 5 people come back and said it.
Yeah.
And so the first thing we done was went to our manufacturer and changed it straight away.
Yeah.
And so the next supplier floor protection is rolled the other way straight away. It's a minor, don't get me wrong.
When you kick it out, you're seeing Toad tapes on the logo and everything like that. You mean?
Yeah. So ours is the other way. So
Kick it out, it's upside down.
yeah, you can see the Toad when it's wrapped, but when you kick it out, it's no good because it's on the back.
Yeah. So it was just like having a plain.
Yeah, but we had mixed feedback on it because some guys said they liked it because then it didn't fold back on itself when they turned it round. So it didn't try and roll itself back the other way, if that makes sense. So we had mixed feedback, but the percentage was change it. So we changed it. So that was one of the things that come to mind when you say that. I think
these were the same thing. These were the wider tape.
The wider tape. Yeah,
we originally had a smaller tape, didn't we?
Yeah.
And the 3M masker. We made sure that the core was big enough that it would actually go on the 3M masker.
Yeah.
Because people were giving us that feedback. It didn't go.
That's a massive thing for me, like the goes on the hand masker, because that's how I keep my roll tidy. It's not about using the masker the way it should be, because I'll be honest with you, see when I buy the 3M masker, the first thing I do is actually break it, because it comes with like a safety, like it's like a bit of rubber or plastic.
Yeah, little black rubber.
As soon as I get a brand new masker, I break that bit of plastic off. because it's just a hindrance. It's obviously there so you don't cut yourself on it, and I've probably cut myself on it loads, by the way. But it totally hinders the way it works. So even if I'm putting one of the rolls of your stuff onto the masker, it's so much easier to work with because your hands are just up like that, and you're just like that. Whereas if you're using it just as a roll, you're actually pulling the bottom of the film out as you're trying to place it up, unless you're doing it down low level or over the top of a worktop or something, obviously. And so
all of these, every one of our tape and drapes is compatible.
Yeah.
With the hand mask, even the 600s, they're all compatible. And then, like Wes was just saying, the tape, a couple of people said, about the tape with tape and drapes, it's like people are spraying, it blows them off, or if they're outside with the wind and stuff. So we had the tape made twice as thick, so it's thicker than anybody else's.
Yeah. So
you've actually got a decent size there. It's not that sort of silly little sliver. And again, it's a precision edge tape on top.
Yeah.
So whereas I think all the other ones, when you pull their, I won't say any names, but we was talking to one of the guys that come to collect some stuff the other day, and he got out one of the other brands and showed us one of his tape and drapes, and he put it against ours, and you could see through the tape at the top. It was just a cheap, nasty tape, and it was twice as thin on top. And he was like, I'm never going to go back. Now he's tried ours, so we know. And again, that went into a lot of testing and feedback.
I got stuff at one of the shows for one of your competitors or the competitive thing like that, and I'm not going to I'll not mention the brand, but the tape itself wouldn't stick, and of course you do a bit and you go along a surface, and then by the time you look back, the tape's coming off.
Tracing you along. Yeah.
And I'm not saying it was an immaculate surface. There would probably be a wee bit of dust, as you expect to find in a decorating job. You can take a wipe or a cloth across a skirting or a door facing before you tape it up, but you expect it.
There's always going to be a little bit to fucking
you expect it to stick a bit anyway, don't you? And it wouldn't stick. And then I think I've maybe still got a roll out in the van that I'll never use, but it's infuriating.
One of our tape and drapes the 2.4 was one of our new products. And when did we get that? How long ago? January, yeah. And I put it on the hand masker and tried it on the wall out there, and it's still up there, still there. As a move, still up there on our wall in our warehouse as well, which is full of dust. It's still stood there. I was chatting to these earlier today, and I said to him, "That's still there. It hasn't moved anything."
This is interesting. This is kind of like, I don't know if you've ever seen the thing on the internet, and it's like the last McDonald's hamburger that was sold in like Norway, and it's sitting in a box for 25 years. It's never got moldy.
I've been in a museum one day.
I want to get tone tapes back on in the year 2045, and I want you to tell me. I want you all to be sitting there as millionaires. But then I want you to say, by the way, that bit of fucking 2.4
that tape's still there.
We'll have his frame. It'll be on a frame in the office.
Sean, I'll take a photo of it after this interview. I'll take a photo of it after this interview, and then we'll touch base whenever you're ready, and we'll see if you're still there. We won't move it. Yeah. There's no reason to.
Yeah.
Have you used long exposure cameras and get it plugged in and watch it for the next 20 years?
Have you tested it on external work, like bricks, like any kind of masonry, any?
So this is where we're really confident, because there's I don't you know Spectrum spraying.
Yeah, I do. Yeah.
Guy's absolutely doing it. He's ripping it up, and everything he does is external. And
right.
And he dropped us a message earlier today, and he even said to us, he's like, "We've tried everything," and he's like, "We haven't found anything as good as this. It just sticks to everything. It's ideal for him. Everything he does, not everything he does, but majority of the work he does is external. If you look on his socials, and not just him, there's been a few guys coming to us that have come to us for the purpose of it sticking to external. So we're very big and confident on our tape sticking external. We know it does the job. We tested it ourselves, but professionals are out there using it day in, day out. And they're even saying to us, like, you know, whenever we get low on stock, these guys are messaging us saying that put a few boxes to the side of us, because if we run out, then they don't know where they're going to go to, because there doesn't seem to be any other tape out there.
I've got the perfect job to give you a try out in the summer months. I've got a job in a wee place called the Isle of Whithorn, and it's the fucking windiest place you've ever worked in all your life. But I've got I've got an external to do, but it's got the decorative stone underneath the care end. So the care end's getting painted, but the decorative stone's going to be getting kept clean. So I'll 100% put Toad tapes to the test, and probably what Scotland's windiest city. It's not really Scotland's windiest city. So I'll probably get people saying,
Sean will get all the Scottish against him.
We send a lot to. We do send a lot up Scotland. We have a lot of deliveries going to Scotland.
Yeah,
a lot of the boys up there use it.
Yep.
Yeah. No.
I'd say we had more orders in Scotland than we do in Essex, where we're based.
Right. Well, that's probably because
maybe
Scotland.
It's because they've got stronger winds.
It's windier.
So, while we're on about that, are you mainly focused on the professional side, or do you want to appeal to like the DIYs and stuff?
I think the short-term answer is yes. We are aiming towards professionals.
Yeah.
You know, that is our main focus. But we're still open to DIYs. At the end of the day, it's tapes and protected products. So yeah, we're open to anybody.
Is it kind of like a thing of you want it to be a professional product that DIYs can use, kind of thing?
Yeah.
Because obviously, if you kind of market it as a DIYer's product, then it'll only be seen as a DIYer's product, then, won't it?
That's it. That's not our. So obviously, our target market is professionals. We want it in the hands of people that know what they're doing. Because the only thing with maybe like the DIY is that obviously you know, like the prep work on the previous job. If you put in if like a DIYer comes in and uses it and he's like, oh, it's pulled my paint off, or it's done this, it's done that. It's not so much the tape that's the issue.
Yeah,
it's
the DIY. It's
user
work that's gone in
user error.
You know. So yeah, we like, you know, if the DIYers out there and they want to buy it, we're more than happy to send it.
Yeah.
But the main thing for us is that we're a trade brand. You know, we're here for the professional.
Yeah.
And I think with the only thing about DIYers is they'll look at if your tape could be £1 a roll, and the DIYers are going to look at it and be like, a fucking £1 a roll for masking tape. And we can go down to Poundland and get 4 rolls for £1. So no matter how cheap you make it, there's always going to be some DIYer that's like, I'm not paying £1 a roll for masking.
Because they don't understand what it's used for, right?
Exactly.
They say if they can go get 4 rolls of masking tape for £1, they think it's going to do the same job as what a £7 roll of masking tape.
Mind you, you could say the same thing about professionals, because we've had people moaning about the price of our tape, and I'm like, really?
Yeah.
Like, you know, we've had people messaging us like, you know, saying, really, this much for a box? And I'm like, what do you want from us? Like,
I think I can't remember who was on about this too. But I was talking to someone. I do remember. I was talking to someone yesterday. I was on a phone call, and I think they were on about the same thing with their product, that decorators complain about the price of certain things, but it's like what we don't see is we kind of forget. It's like the customer talking about the price with us, and they're like, oh, I'm not paying X amount for you to paint this wall, but then we're doing it to the supplier or to the product brand, and we're like, oh, I'm not paying that for that fucking tape. And it's like, well, the decorator is saying to the customer, well, I'm giving you this quality and I'm giving you this, but the brand is also saying it to the decorator, well, I'm giving you this quality and I'm giving you. So
that's a really good way of looking at it. Yeah, Yeah, and I think everyone's easy to fall into that trap because, like I said, we've all been in the trade for years. You know, you do moan about stuff.
Yeah, you do,
know,
yeah,
like, oh, how
but-
much for that? And you know, everyone falls into that trap. But now we're on the other end of the stick. You know, it's like we can see everything we're doing and all the money we're paying out and everything we're trying to do, and then people still moan about the price.
Yeah.
Well, I
It's like-
honestly think you would struggle in the UK to get two decorators to like agree on the colour
anything.
on the orange. Like they honestly don't want to agree on anything. And you look at like Facebook forums, you can look at TikTok, you look at on any kind of social platforms. It's normally just decorators arguing about, well, why are you using tape for that? Why are you not using tape for that?
We see that a lot, don't we?
I think as a whole, though, I think the decorating industry, like there's the good outweighs the bad. There's a lot of guys like you've only got to look at us, for example. Like the amount of support we had from the off was like was unbelievable. Like we really didn't expect to have that many people behind us. They was like we've got guys that backed us from the very start, and they're still with us now.
Yeah.
And like and the from us, we've come from, you know, we've been in the trade game and we've dabbled in everything. And the painters and decorators for us come across as good guys. Like, you know, there's a lot of them that got straight behind us. They backed us. Nobody was giving us any sort of shit. They was all right behind us, supporting us, and they still are to this day. So I think, you got your guys out there. They're gonna whinge. But as a whole, I think painters and decorators are probably one of the better trades we've come across.
Well, it's like with us, like. That's why we've got you on, because we can see what you're doing and we're here to support you. So if if you can get a few sales just from this one episode, we'll be happy. Even if you got one sale out of this episode, we'd be like, we've helped you out. We've helped get your brand out there a little bit more than what it is currently.
For us, like this is great for us because obviously people see the brand, which obviously a lot of social media is the brand, but it's nice for people to actually see us. Obviously, Pell does like a fair bit with his face on camera talking to it, but like me and Wes, we've not really done that bit of it yet.
Yeah, so you kind of stay behind the scenes a bit.
It's nice so that people can see who we are, and hopefully they'll get a genuine feel that we're not just here for the short term to make a few quid. Like we're genuinely here for.
And I think people gravitate more towards you now that they've kind of seen who is selling told tapes as well.
Definitely.
Yeah. So it kind of leads us on to quite well. I think in parts it's kind of been answered, but social media has changed how trade brands grow. How has it influenced your marketing and customer relationships?
Without social media, I don't think we'd be anywhere near where we are right now.
Yep.
It's basically where a lot of our sales come from. It's where all of our sales come from.
We wouldn't be sat here talking to you, I don't think, without. Because again, the power of social media is that you have seen us, right? And it's nice and easy for you to get in touch with us. But like I said, without it, like Wesley's saying, it's them phone call. It's like old hat, you know. You're phoning people up and saying, "Oh, what product are you using? Oh, do you fancy giving us a go? Can we send you out some bits?" So
it just blew up for us with social media. We done a bit of a pre-launch, and it just blew up. And it was the power of social media. We put some bits out there, and you know, it just went mad. And we was all looking at each other, going, "What?" Like, you know, the people was trying to buy our tape. They didn't know how much it was or what it was like.
Even down to like we've sent a lot of samples out to decorators, to the people in the trade, and even that, obviously, without social media, you can't get to the people that are actually using your product.
Yeah.
So
it goes back to support again. Like, you know, like every single day, including today, like, you know, 5-6 posts we get tagged in every day, and this is just guys that are buying from us, using our product, and then they're tagging us in the story, and you know, putting us out there, and this is all, you know, off their own back.
Yeah.
And like, no, nobody's asking to do it.
I think it. I'm assuming you give quite a lot of freebies away. To be fair, because that's kind of what I get the hint of. But it's kind of like you've hit a bit of a loss because you've given the freebie away, but then you're going to gain that back because now they're a fan of your tape.
Well,
So
it almost
with the
grows like
freebies,
exponentially, though, doesn't it? Because like so your some it'll be a freebie, and then other like so Kyle and that are buying it. So Kyle makes a video or a couple of videos about Toad tapes, and he shares it to Kyle's got what over 10,000-15,000 followers on TikTok. He shares it, and even if 1% of his followers are looking at that video thinking, "Oh, I've never heard or I've never tried Toad tapes," that's still like 150 folk. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that means out of that 150 people, they might be like, "I'm going to try it," who actually go and try, even if there's just 1% or 10% of them. So you imagine if every video does that, it's just constantly growing and getting bigger and bigger, Ken. So
I think Carl's a good guy, and I think Carl actually come to us, and I think he might have bought off us, or he was never looking for anything. Yeah, he was never looking for anything free. No, I think he actually come and bought for us, and then he messaged us like saying that he loved it, and sort of put a few bits out there, and done it off his own back, in with a lot of other people, and I think that's why I think. Trust.
Sorry, that's why I think it's more a trustworthy source, because we can sit here and say what we like, and you can sit there and say what you like, but if it's going to somebody that's using it, that's not been paid, they've paid for the product with their own money, and then they're speaking so highly of it, I think you respect their opinion more than some influencer that's just clearly getting a product given to them and making a promotional video. Do you know what I mean?
We always ask as well, even when we send the samples out, just for like an honest feedback on it.
Yep.
Because exactly that. What we don't want is sort of like we're sending all the free stuff, and
everyone's just saying it's good, and then there's nothing wrong with it, and then if you don't know, you can't fix it.
We can't rectify anything, and there's nothing genuine about, like you're saying, Sean. There's nothing genuine about someone that ain't paid for anything telling you that you should use this product.
Exactly.
So I think, like I say, there's nothing like you can't go through life without someone moaning about something. It's just not going to happen, especially with tape.
See, I've been sent some free stuff in the past, and I've given my honest opinion about it, and I don't think the brand really liked it. And it's like, just because you sent it to me, like, it doesn't mean I'm not going to give my honest opinion. Because me and Sean have always said, like, we would rather buy stuff so then we can give an honest review. Because if you get it for free, you do feel like you are inclined to kind of be a bit. But we're big advocates of helping.
Honesty.
Yeah, honesty and helping brands that are genuinely good. Like you never get any bullshit from me and Sean.
We had it recently where somebody had a problem with our tape. We gave him a free product. He had a big following, and he had a problem with our tape. He called us out on it and told us he had a problem with the tape. And the first thing that we did was we reshared it onto our page, and let the world know his review. We didn't shy away from it.
Try to stifle it. Because
we reshared it. We were let's put it out there. This guy's this is an honest review. It's good for us. Look, not everything's perfect. We've had 100% feedback for 6 months. We've had a bad review. Let's get it on our socials. Let's let people know that someone's, because I think it builds trust. You're not gonna go 100% all the time. Someone's gonna have a problem at some point.
Exactly.
Again, no matter how good the product is, you'll always get the odd straddlers here and there that are like, oh no, I don't like that.
You're never going to please all the people all the time, right?
And that goes with any product.
As long as we're honest about that.
Yeah.
That not like honesty again is one of the things in our Bible. We're not trying to show people that we're 100% perfect.
Yeah.
But we'll do the right thing if it isn't right.
Yeah.
I think it's how you deal with situations. Situations are going to arise. And it's how you deal with it. Like there has been some orders where something's been missed, they've messaged us, you know.
Yeah.
The first thing we do, if something's been missed, we send it out to them on the next day delivery with a little something extra, you know, to say sorry, like, because we are, at the end of the day, we're three guys trying to do this in between work, and you know, everyone's busting their nut. We're not perfect, no, and we don't want to give off that persona. We never have, and we never will. We're always going to be open and honest with everything that we get, even if it is bad feedback.
Yeah, I think it's important to stay honest like that. There are quite a few brands out there, not like tape brands, just brands in general.
Well, Baz, if you remember back to the Coventry Paint and Decorating show last year, we spoke to a big brand. Well, again, I'll not name the brand, and the lady we spoke to, like one of the bigger paint brands in the UK, the lady had basically offered Baz and I a full job's worth of paint, and a big company could have, like, we could have got £1,000 worth of paint off this company if we wanted to. And I literally stopped her and said, listen, we would rather pay for the paint and use it, because if you're giving us the product to use in a job,
no tie then,
then we feel like we
can't really say, like, if
we can't tell the truth, right?
Yeah.
And this company has a brilliant reputation. Their products, I've used a lot of their products.
Yeah.
Their products are brilliant, and I guarantee you, if they sent out the products, 99% we would have both been delighted with. But we couldn't accept
loads of free stuff.
Loads of free stuff, because then I feel like I was getting bought. And we've always kind of said, like, I make my opinions quite clear on some of the products that I don't like on this podcast, and I hate previously, again, I'll not name them, like, but I feel like if I was to start then selling certain products, I would look like a sellout.
Yeah.
I would rather pay for a product and test it my own way without getting, here's some freebies for you, and say what you, tell us what you think, if that makes sense. Because then I think you feel like you're obliged to maybe be nice, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it's not an honest review, is it?
No.
Exactly.
Sean, we're quite big on that as well. Like with us three, we're very much, we always have been. You know, say how it is, and if you freaking upset someone, then it is what it is. And so when bad feedback comes to us, like, you know, we don't get offended because we're like that. You know, we'd rather someone, if someone's got something to say, and they, because we wouldn't know back on saying it. So if someone's got something to say and they say it to us, we won't get offended. In fact, we'll take it on board. So I think it's the best way to be.
Absolutely.
Where am I here? Where am I?
15.
So, have you, obviously, we spoke about you selling well in Scotland. Have you noticed any regional differences in how decorators use or choose your product? I'll not just say tape there. And you said something about you had 22 products. Is there somewhere we can, you got an app, obviously there's a website and that there. Is there somewhere where we can look through these products?
Yeah, so our website, www.toetapes.co.uk. You can find all our products on there. But
the app is something that we're looking to anyway. Like that's something we'd like to have. You know, something nice and easy that you're on your phone, you're on your job, you're like, oh shit, I need
exactly.
Yeah.
I need 10 rolls of master tape. You just go on, click in, it's all done. But
and again, the website can be the app can be handy. I don't know, you might be able to do this on your website, but the app can be handy. Like I'll use Zinzer for an example here. So Zinzer, you can go into their app, and rather than having the product, you can get a list of the products as well, but you can say, for example, go to a substrate or a type of material. You can pick, say, breeze block, and you go to the list and click on breeze blocks, and it'll tell you the products Zinzer recommend you to use. Now, I think that would be there's a good crossover for yourselves there for an app. If I'm wanting to paint, say, care end, and I want to masking tape or a product to stick to care end, I go onto your app, can do to care end, and it, rather than me looking for the type of tape that I need, you tell me the type of tape you recommend. The type of tape I should be using, and so
I think all in good time.
Yep.
It's definitely something. Like,
nice and short, that.
talk about.
Nice one.
We're struggling,
Sean spent
to
10
keep
minutes
up
asking
with
the question.
No, I kind of answered the question if anything, didn't I?
He answered it for you as well.
What was the question?
Oh, Nick,
To be fair, that's one for Wes. He's the tech guy. He's the one that deals with all the website and everything. Because like when we said earlier that we've done this, when we've done this all ourselves, like when you're looking at us three, like we've done this all ourselves, down to everything, down to every sticker on our product we designed.
Yeah.
The website, the website, Wes built a website. You know, like we've done everything ourselves, like between the three of us. There isn't anything that we've gone to anyone else for. So between it all, we've managed to knuckle in and do it. So I think the app's a good idea, but it's one for Wes. I'm sure he'll be able to knuckle in and do that as well.
You've put the pressure on him now. He won't sleep tonight now. He's going to be like, what can I add to this app now? Right, what was it?
Wes is your man.
2 o'clock in the morning. Hiya, Sean. What was you saying I should do?
To be fair, it must be Baz is my tech guy as well, so it's quite good for me. Baz deals with all the technical stuff. I just deal with kind of guests and questions and the easier stuff, like so. Everybody needs a tech guy, right?
I think it's funny.
Where's the one?
He's the
I'm
tech
in the
guy,
office some days and I'm like,
Did you?
Saturday I must have rung him about 5 times. I'm like, where's I got this?
The tech guys just get automatically appointed without us saying it.
Yeah.
And the thing is with me, I'm a nightmare because like I'll deal with the social media and I'll come up with an idea and I'm like, right, I'm going to do this. And so I'll text Wes and I'm like, well, I've done this. It needs to go to the website. And he's like, when? I'm like, now. And he's like, I'm having dinner or whatever he's doing. I'm like, well, I've already posted on social. So then he has to stop what he's doing and get on the website because we put a deal out on the social. He has to go on the website. And he's like, you need to give me more notice. And I'm like, but I just think of these things and do it.
Yeah.
Impulsive.
Yeah,
See,
massively impulsive. Yeah.
The social media side, me and Sean kind of both just switch it up. So like sometimes we'll both just log on whenever and just post whatever. And Sean's not really a fan of Instagram, so it's usually me on Instagram. But like TikTok and that, Sean kind of like TikTok, Facebook and stuff. It's mainly Sean. I'll post a few clips, but Sean will do kind of like the advertising side of it. He'll be like, oh, we've got such and such a person on this week and da. Whereas all I do on TikTok really is just post the clips, and I don't even have to do that because I've got a website where it automatically posts to all the websites, so I only have to click publish and it goes to all of them, so I don't even have to do all that really.
Yeah.
But Sean puts an actual bit of effort in to grab people's attention.
It's funny how everyone sort of falls into their roles.
I struggle to turn my computer on without any issues. I'm like, press that button. Baz has remotely set everything up for me. I just take to turn up every week and be ready.
He basically does what you guys did. Just click the link and he's in.
Exactly. I do exactly.
Do you know what though?
It's weird because I'm quite good with the social media, but I'm crap on computers. So I can do all that side of things, but if I ever have to turn the computer on and do anything I'm straight on the phone to Wes. I'm like, Wes, like, how do I do this? And then to him, it's just idiot proof. He's like, well, see the 3 dots, click on that. And I'm like, yeah, just go through. Oh, all done. But I can do all the social media side of things. But other than that, I'm just like, and Cal, like, he's like on the accounts, you know, where there's a lot of paperwork that comes with things. And Cal's all on that, you know, he's on there, keeping update, dealing with all the paperwork. And I wouldn't actually know where to start with that.
That's another thing you kind of sort out. So I'll get sales, but Sean sorts the accounts out. Well, his wife does. His wife does, but
my wife's an accountant, by the way, so I don't sort that out either. That gets delegated as well.
I was trying to give you some credit there, Sean. You fucking you know. No, but as you were on about before, about going back and forth with this isn't right, that's not right, going back and forth. How long has it took us to finally find the software that we're using currently?
Yep.
The amount of different softwares and different types of stuff that we've used, and we just didn't find the right kind of, like, we always had some issue, or we always had some kind of, and we don't want to just be one of them no offense to any other podcast out there, but one of them shitty, because we are like obviously video call based, but some of them shitty fucking where you've got no signal and you fucking you're going right and you're fucking around and you've got fucking sound problems all the time. We wanted something.
Well, it's funny because like you were saying to us about like you've watched us grow, but we've done the same to yous.
Yeah.
Because we've seen you guys from when we started, and we've seen the same with yous, and you guys are growing as well.
Yeah.
So, and I think when you're saying about the Zoom thing, I think that could be better because it's so convenient, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like people don't want to be going fucking driving an hour to an interview when they can just do it online.
And the way me and Baz see, obviously we're different ends of the country, but the possibilities for this are endless. Because we're speaking right now, me and Baz are talking about trying to get some like Canadians and Americans onto the podcast. We don't need to get anybody to jump on a plane, but we just need to sync up what kind of times we're going to be working.
Yeah.
But we can literally bring anybody on at any time, and we're trying to, this is our product. I mean, this is what we're trying to So again, it's a similar kind of thing to us. We're trying to grow it, but more organically. We're no.
Yeah. I think you're definitely doing the right thing. Like say like you've obviously a bit like us. You've filtered through saying and a bit of back and forth to find the right software. And like I say, what you're doing is so convenient. Anyone can come on and do it, and I think that is going to be massive for you guys. I'm someone having to drive, flipping 2 hours, come and sit down, do an interview. Like they can just log on at home, do it, and it's natural.
And I think
and
as well,
you can have a beer when you're doing it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
But like that's the other thing as well. We didn't want to be like other podcasts where it's a lot of kind of background, or I went through this trauma or I went through that trauma. We wanted to be positive, be able to have a laugh, but also to help other decorators. So that's our main goal, is to help people that come on. Maybe maybe you're not even kind of a social media person, but you're doing good work. We want to help people to see that good work, what Dave down the street who doesn't use Instagram. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, we appreciate you like obviously inviting us onto your podcast. There's been like we've had so many people approach us for different opportunities just in this last month, and this it's a bit overwhelming at times, because you're thinking, wow, what's going on? This is growing really quick and that. And then obviously when you guys approached us and invited us on the podcast, like we all sort of looked at each other and we was like, we really appreciate you giving us the opportunity to come on here because, like Callum said earlier, it gives us a chance for people that are buying our products that are going to be watching this now, they can see what they're buying into. We're not this great big industry. We're just three guys, the same as anyone else. We're three fussy guys that have found a good product, and we're not trying to do anything special here. We're coming across honest and just saying how it is.
That's the orders coming through.
So I've got a question for you. Sustainability is becoming a bigger talking point. Is that influencing your product development decisions?
So it's something we're always thinking about. Like obviously we know that what we offer is a throwaway product. So, all our paper products are obviously fully recyclable and all the rest of it. But we are conscious of the fact that what we offer is a throwaway product. But we haven't been going that long. We've just launched. But something like that. If we could bring a sustainable product, then that is obviously something that's good that we'll bring into play. It is difficult with the tapes and the glues, though. It's something that we've already spoken to our manufacturer about. So,
it's a fine balance here between if you go to environmentally or eco-friendly, then sorry,
you get a bit of a quality drop, don't you? Then
the quality drops. But actually, I've got a professional tip here that what I do with the hand masker film. This is what I do, and I feel better for myself because I do this right, and it's more environmental. So when I'm finished with taping up protecting the kitchen, right, when I'm taking the hand, this is a bit of laziness too, by the way. I take the cling film off, but I use it to wrap my rollers up before I wash them.
Yeah.
And I put it like over my buckets, maybe tape the buckets off so that they're not going hard. So I'm actually getting two uses out of like the films and stuff anyway. Like, so as much as it's still no environmentally friendly, it's still plastic we're using. It's
It just takes an extra day or two before it.
Well, a day or two, mate. I'm probably washing fortnightly.
Well, the floor
there you go.
It's fully reusable, but like, the chances are nobody does reuse it. But it is fully reusable. If you rolled it back up, you could use it again. And we do state that on the website that it's reusable, you know. But you know, the chances are, you know what it's like.
Like a lot of people rip it off, scrunch it up. If they actually took a bit of time to take it off, kind of neatly, again, like you said, you could easily reuse it and stick it on. Barbara's dressing.
Remember, Scottish people are known to be miserly. Scottish people are 100% reusing the floor protection. Anyway, if I'm paying £30 a roll for floor protection, I'm fucking taking my time rolling it back up.
Save you and wrap your Christmas presents with it as well.
Exactly. But no, there's a genius idea. Wrap somebody Christmas presents up with toned floor protection.
I actually done that this Christmas. I wrapped up my little boys.
That's a genius marketing. That's the kind of marketing video you should be doing, isn't it? You missed out there. I should have done Valentine's Day. My flowers wrapped in protection.
Just get the tape pill.
Innit?
I think that'd be the end of it. My missus is so sick of toe tapes.
Yeah.
I mean, that's because you gave her fucking 12 2-inch rolls for her Valentine's.
And Christmas. And New Year.
Well, we was low on stock. I thought it was a good present.
So romantic.
That's come out of our profits, that.
For a finger, but went over.
What is one common mistake decorators make when using masking or protection products?
I suppose, preparation.
From our point, you know, like you were saying earlier, trying to put it onto dusty walls and
Yeah.
obviously the product's only going to do its job if the preparation's there. You can't go chucking it into someone's grinding a wall over there and you're trying to put a bit of tape on there expecting it to do its job.
Simple human error, kind of.
Error, user error, and then like obviously if there's like a water-based paint over an oil-based paint, and then they're putting tape on top, you know, and when they take the tape off, it's going to take the rest off, and you know, like it's so that's the main thing that we've come across is user error, really.
But exactly. That's not down to the tape.
The tape itself.
If you stick any cheap masking tape,
that's it.
if the preparation and the product collection's not done properly, then that's going to happen even if you're using the cheapest, nastiest, worst masking tapes on the market.
I'll tell you what does surprise me while you're on about cheap masking tape. You ever turned up to a job and it's that fucking beigey masking tape?
Oh.
Right? And you can tell it's been up there for fucking years.
No nonsense.
And it's like, it's been up there for years. It's been painted over. It's been fucking glued on. It's been all, and you're thinking, how has that even survived? Like, what?
It's part of the house footprint.
Literally, that's the only thing keeping the house alive. It's fucking.
Take the tape off the house.
You take it off, you start expecting brickwork to start falling.
I've got it wasn't the cheap nasty beige masking tape, but I've actually got a confession to make on this. I masked up. I went and worked for a customer in their kitchen when I first started working, and up above their kitchen units they had an isolator switch for their extractor fan in their kitchen, and I put a bit of, I think it was like blue 3M masking tape. It was just, you know, when you start out working, you're just using anything, right? When you start, and I put it round. This when I started. This is less than 6 years ago. This is when I worked for myself, by the way. And I went back maybe about 18 months ago to paint the kitchen again. And I was going round, and I'm obviously a bit more proficient with masking tape and drape and sheeting up and stuff like that now. And I'm going round taping off my sockets and went up above the kitchen units. And my bit of masking tape
still standing strong.
Still there. And it was clearly, I must have like, normally what I do when I'm finish coating, as I go round with the finish coat, I'll finish a wall. And then when the wall's rolled, I'll take the masking tape off when the wall's still a bit tacky. And obviously, because it was above the units, I'd totally forgot about it. But I was like, how many fucking times I went round and...
so the next question
do you know what, though?
is,
That's quite common that you find that quite often.
Did you leave the prep on?
What was that? What was that?
When you repainted it the second time, did you leave the same tape on?
No, I took it that I took it all the time.
Why? It's already prepped.
But no, sorry, I painted the kitchen again and then I removed it. So there I've took eco-friendly to the eco-friendly to the that's how eco-friendly. Why remove masking tape? Just put your toad tape around your sockets and just leave it on as a finish.
Keep using it all year round.
So looking ahead, are there any new products or innovations in the pipeline that you can share with us? And we want to hear about the app first. This amazing app that I've suggested.
Where's your app?
The what?
Yeah.
That's pending. The app's pending. I think with products, I don't know if it, like we've just obviously recently brought out some new products with the top guard protection and duct tape. We just recently brought some duct tape in, 2.4 tape and drape, which we didn't have. So in regards to products, we've got some new products in the line as they're the same products, but there's a bit more branding. You know, there's some quite cool branding on our new products that are coming. But in terms of new products, we'll probably just keep up with the times. Like, you know, our product range now, I don't know if you've seen it, but we've pretty much got most things covered. I'm not too sure if there's anything that we've missed, but we're pretty much covered with everything.
That's a nice pun, though. That's a good pun. We've got most things covered. That's your tagline there, isn't it?
Yeah, it was all part of the plan. I was supposed to say that.
There's stuff we'd like to like. There's obviously, again, we talk about the future of these. You know, there is stuff we'd like to bring in, and people message us asking us about certain products and like, oh, who's going to do this and
double-sided tape and
it's all things like if we had the means now, we'd love to do it.
Yeah.
But it's just
you've got to progress naturally, aren't you? You can't just.
Game. We'll take our time. We want to, again, we don't want to start bringing in loads of different stuff and the standards drop on the stuff we already have.
Yeah.
I think something we'd actually like people's opinion on.
Yeah.
Is whether because we there's two things that we're looking to bring in next, which is like a general purpose tape, you know, like your multi tape that does a bit of everything.
Yeah.
And your low tape, because
right.
I think you'd be quite popular with the low tack stuff.
Definitely.
It's probably been the most asked for product, and we're
actually testing it at the minute.
Yeah, we've got some low tech under test at the minute, which went out, and like, you know, it was, to be fair, some of the feedback was incredible, but then we had those few that come back and gave us a bit in there, and the way we are, you know, the way we was with this tape we've got now, we're like, not good
perfection.
Enough. Yeah, so we've gone back to the manufacturer.
Because some of the low-tack tapes on the market right now are like, maybe they're fine for putting on a already painted surface, but you can't stick them to wallpaper.
Yeah.
Say you've got a feature wall and you're maybe the feature wall.
You're not repapering it. You're just repainting next to it, like.
And I think so. I can't remember which brand, but they do like a low-tack, but they also do like a delicate surface, which is your one that'll stick to wallpaper. But it'd be nice to be able to combine the two into a single tape. And have
it's funny you say that, because that's exactly what we're working on right now. That is something that we're working on. Because the low tack we had was brilliant for wallpaper. We've actually got videos of it being peeled off of wallpaper, and it's like leaving a perfect line, no bleed. It's coming off of wallpaper, lovely, and it's against another tape that's just tearing it to shreds. You know, there's a video there. He's ours and theirs side by side, and he's like, and then he couldn't believe how good the product was. And then you know we had other guys coming back saying how good the product was, and we had such amazing feedback, and we thought we'd actually cracked it, and then 4 or 5 come back, you know, and it wasn't quite sticky enough. That was the thing that made us pull the plug on it, because we almost hit the button on it, and it was 4 or 5 in a row said that it's not quite sticky enough, it's falling off the wood, or you know, there was that combination of that, and then we had another good run of brilliant feedback saying, I'm going to buy it, I can't wait to get it, it's brilliant. But with us being us, we're like, nah, it's got to be
it needs to be consistent.
Let's make sure we get it right. There's no point in us rushing something to the market, because obviously the demand's there. So if we rush it to the market and it's not where it needs to be, the whole brand reputation diminishes.
At the end of the day, that demand isn't going anywhere.
No
matter how long you take.
Back and know that we've got it right when we get it. When it comes to the market, it will be.
We want to be the best. You know, we want people to be coming to us and going, "Look, it's toe tapes." So straight away, people know it's toe tapes. It's going to be good.
Yeah.
If we can build that reputation, and that's how we want to work, then the name will speak for itself, and that's the idea of building this brand. So that low tack is currently under manufacturing now with a bit more adhesion.
There's a wee exclusive.
I was going to say that.
But as a decorator, as a user of your products, like I think if your tape can do both, if it can be delicate surface and it can be low tack and it can do your delicate areas and you can stick it to wallpaper or other decorative finishes, not just are you saving me like two rolls of tape in the van, you're also halving the cost of how much money I'm spending on tape, because if your tape can do both, I don't need to buy another brand's both. I just buy the single toed tape, like low tack version, and I know it'll do both. And obviously I know that how precise you boys are wanting to be, that I know it's going to work.
Yeah.
Ken, so you're going to have confidence.
At the minute, we don't know. We don't know. We don't even know if that's possible. Like, you know, because all these other manufacturers out there, they've got, you know, your pinky, like all these different colour tapes that you know, it looks like a pack of fruit pastels. We've already said from the start, you know, we everything we do is going to be green. It's all going to be green because we're toe tapes. And that's our colour. So we don't know if we can find this perfect tape that's going to be low tack, delicate surface, but that is something that we are working on now, because if we can hit that
be
right,
done,
then like
it will be done.
Yeah, exactly that. And then if it can be done, we'll be the ones to do it, because we're working on it right now. So hopefully, come April.
And I've just worked out why everything's such a good seller in Scotland. Then, if you're going to do everything in green, and look, you're only selling 50% of Scotland. I'm on the blue side.
Yeah.
Cal's Scottish.
Yeah, I'm half Scottish.
You're half Scottish. What half?
Yeah. Best
what,
half.
Top half and bottom half?
Nah, I can't say that on here. It's a family podcast. But the bottom half.
He's got a kilt on.
What are we, Baz?
19.
Oh, it's so I think the boys have a special announcement on this, and so if a decorator has never tried toed tapes before, which product would you recommend to start and why? And I think you've maybe got a wee special announcement for this question as well.
Yeah, so I can copy test time. So the product that we would recommend people to go to, especially on our website, which is a massive seller on our website, is our Test the Toad box. So I don't know if you guys have seen it. Have you checked the website out or seen it?
Yeah.
No,
I've seen it. Yeah.
Anything the test, anything the tester box. I've seen some of the products, like, but I've not seen
I think anyone that's out there that's watching from the outside, because we do know they're out there and they're on the fence. Get yourself a tester toe box on the website. You know, I think it's not overly expensive, but it's the best way.
$14.99.
$14.99, best way to try us. And tester toe box is a roll of 48mm precision edge masking tape.
Yep.
Masking paper, 300mm. A 2.1 taping drape. And a 150 pre-taped masking paper. So it's a little selection of everything that we've got. Not everything we've got to offer, but it's a good little trial of, to get the feel for us.
Gives you a taste of what.
Yeah, if you want to,
breaking the bank, you know.
If you want
hands on the stuff.
If you want to jump in without
we appetizer to try.
That's it.
Test the toad. The clue's in the name. So yeah.
Probably one of our biggest sellers, to be honest.
He's one of our biggest sellers.
Yeah.
Honestly, we fly through loads of them because, like I say, people are on the fence, and they're still on the fence now because we're relatively new. But yeah, anyway, this is what we'd recommend people go to. You can get a little taste of everything we've got. It's only $14.99, so it's not overly expensive, and you can try a number of our products. But yeah,
that said, we're going to give away 3 of the tester tote box after this podcast.
Oh,
so
lovely.
There'll be 3 available.
So I'll tell you what. What we'll do is, for anyone watching, if this will get clipped, if you are following Toad Tapes on Instagram, you're subscribed to the podcast on YouTube, your name will get put into a hat.
Comment a toad emoji as well.
Comment the toad emoji on Instagram or on YouTube. Both of them. Either one will work. And what we'll do is put your name in a hat. Either Toad Tapes will announce the winner, or we'll announce the winner, or we could even do it together. We could maybe do a live together and announce 3 winners.
Yeah, that'd be good.
3 winners are going to win all that there that's on screen.
So 3 winners, Baz. That's an amazing prize for. And can I enter?
And it's a tester told box, and they're normally $14.99. So you're going to get that absolutely free. So make sure you head over to Told Tapes and give them a follow.
So just to reiterate,
pause it. Head over to Instagram and follow him now.
Yep. So, and that's at Toad Tapes on Instagram. So follow their Instagram account, subscribe to the Decorators Den YouTube channel, and put a frog emoji in either our comments right now.
No frog.
Oh, sorry, a toad emoji. We'll delete that.
Cut.
Don't swear like that.
Do you know what? They're never coming on again now, Sean. Nice one. You've spoiled it.
I did so well.
Put the toad emoji, because they are the only toad-based tape that is available.
I lasted an hour and 46 minutes, by the way. An hour and 46 minutes, and I never said the word. I never said Voldemort.
Yeah.
Not said the F word all night, Sean.
Can't believe it.
So
disappointed.
Should we head to the last question, which is, finally, where do you see the brand in 5 years, and what does success look like to you guys?
Who knows? we never expected.
Where do you hope to be in the next 5 years?
In all honesty, for us, we would love this being our full-time thing.
Yeah.
That's the main thing, you know. So that everything will then come along with that. So if we're fully concentrated on this being our full-time job, product development will be better. Everything can evolve from there. That is, speaking for myself, I don't know about the boys. I think they're the same, but if this can be our full-time job, that's it.
We'd be happy. Yeah.
Yeah.
5 years time, off the tools, fully toe tape. Yeah, that'd be the goal, I think.
I was
Sean,
hoping,
you're
And
smirking
also
what you're smirking at.
the best protected product in the whole of the UK would be good.
I was thinking there, we got like Perry and Callum gave us like really like normal answers, and I was just thinking to myself, it'll be funny here if it gets to Wes and he just turns around and says, "I hope I'm sitting in Barbados with loads of
It's weird because
Sean-
like genuinely as well, we talk about it a lot when we're down here together, if we're working in that. The amount of times we're like, God, how good would it be when we just like, this is it, like Monday morning, we get down here at 8 o'clock and you get all the stuff done, because it's difficult at the minute, because small problems, like, and when I say small problems, I mean like getting orders out and things like that. They are minors, but because we're all trying to do it around like I have to drop my kids off and pick my kids up, or we're going to work, like them little things, you feel like it's a big burden, but it's obviously not.
Exactly the same situation as what me and Baz are in with this podcast. We're like, we want to make this a success, and like ideally this like podcasting and sitting day and stuff like this is a lot easier on your body than what working is, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But to make this a success, nobody sees all the work that goes on in the background, right? And it's exactly the same as yourself. Nobody sees the product test and the meetings that you say to go through, the phone calls, the website building, the arguments, the not so nice moments. And everybody sees a roll of tape and thinks, oh, that's quite good, and that's it. And they think you've just rocked up and said, here's my roll of tape, and that's it. So it's all the stuff like that, dropping your kids off or running your business while you're trying to make a podcast or making a product. It's a lot of work. It's stressful, but we do it because we're passionate about it.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah. And I think, like I say, we're like we can all relate, can't we? Us and yous, because you're in a similar boat to us. You're trying to build something on the side, to potentially get yourself in a position where you can do that full time. And we're in exactly the same boat. And you're trying to do it in between work and running the business and kids and families and trying to do something for yourself in the meantime. And it's just tough, but I think, we're all on the same goal. And if we grind through and keep going the way we're going, then we'll all get there, won't we?
Yeah.
Certainly.
And hopefully we've made a bit of an impact on your next couple of weeks regarding sales and stuff. And that's what else we want to do. We're not just here just to help ourselves. Like, we are a podcast and we want to help people, but our main focus isn't trying to get as much money as we possibly can.
No. And we're big on that as well. And we're like, especially Callum. Cal's really big on this. Like he's like, if we do end up where we're potentially going, we want to help out the people that was there, that was helping us.
Yeah.
At the very start. Like we want to repay the favour to them. Like, we've got guys that was helping us from the very beginning that I don't think we'll ever forget about. So if we do end up heading where we're heading, then we want to potentially open some doors for them, or but it's the same as you guys. If we end up on a big platform where we can bring this back in and give you that following, then that's exactly the sort of mindset that we've all got. Yeah. So it's all about helping one another grow, isn't it? That's the end goal. And I think if everyone was on board with that, it would be so much easier.
And I think that I've been so intrigued by listening to you and buying into you as well as into your products, that the first thing I'm going to do when I come off this, I'm no bullshitting by the way, is I'm going to go in and buy some products to try out, right?
He says this to
us. We'll send them to you, Baz. Let us know what you want.
I swear, you'll see my order coming in anyway. But just because I always feel like it's important to go in and buy them, because like I said earlier, you get a proper test. But can I just say thanks very much for coming on.
Yeah.
And
it's been nice to actually see the three faces behind Tall Tapes. I think you said before only one of you actually has been on camera to showcase your stuff or whatever. I didn't even know there was 3 of you, to be honest. So when you said before, sorry guys, when you said before, oh yeah, we're all here, and I was like, oh no, that was it. I said, what's your name? I didn't even catch your name, and you sent 3 names, and I was like, oh shit. But again, I'm sure there's a lot of people that follow you and don't actually realise there's 3 people behind Told Tapes who are putting the 110% in, day out.
And Baz,
I think, like you say, a lot of people don't actually know that there's 3 of us. So like, and with Pel obviously does a lot of the social media stuff, but obviously again, if he's not about, or if he's out with his like family or whatever, Wes will pick up on the messages. And if Wes not about, I'll pick up on messages. So sometimes
people don't even know they're talking to different people.
It's actually been me that's picked up on the message, or Wes has picked up on the message. And at least now that you've given us this platform to obviously introduce ourselves, everyone will have a better understanding of who we are and what we're trying to do. So,
and the thing is as well, all of you come across as nice and genuine people. You've not come on and you're a bit like stuck up your own arse, or you've all come on nice and genuine, fucking laid back, and that's what we're all about, isn't it?
Yeah, and anyone that gets to know us knows that from the off.
Yeah.
Like, we
don't
try and make out with anything else.
When I ask for like guests that are coming on, what's his name? Baz always bullshits me with like some random name, so that because he's hoping when you come on, I'm saying, well, how are you getting on, Fred? And it's like, then you're like, Fred. And obviously because I'm meant to be the stalker, I'm like fucking. So one of these weeks is actually going to catch me out. By the way, like total prankster.
We done that to Cal once on the job. What was that?
I can't remember.
Anyway, he had this name, but it went on so long. Cal never said anything, and that was his name, like for the whole job. It was so fun. She'd be like, John.
She kept calling me
Kieran, yeah.
Instead of telling her that ain't my name, I just went, yeah, all
And
right.
we just played along. We was going, Kieran, you all right? And Cal was just looking at us, and he was just giving us the devil. Like, yeah. Thanks for having us, though. We really appreciate it.
No, it's been brilliant. Yeah, so, do you want, Baz? I'm going to put it onto you, Baz. Do you want to just go over the giveaway again? I'm terrified to even speak. So just one more time, Baz.
So, what Told Tapes are going to do is they have a box called the Test the Told box, and what you can see there on the camera is everything you're going to win. So normally it's $14.99, but 3 people are going to get it absolutely free. So all you've got to do is subscribe to the Decorators Den on YouTube, give Told Tapes a follow on Instagram, and leave a Told emoji on either the YouTube comment section or the Told Tapes comment section. And that will probably go out. I might do this specific clip earlier, so as soon as you see this clip, get it done. Told Tapes Instagram, and they are on TikTok as well, so give them a follow on there if you can.
Yeah.
And a massive thank you for doing the giveaway as well, because you didn't have to. So we really appreciate it.
No problem. We appreciate you inviting us on. So yeah, and we'll touch base again. Let's give it.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's give it, 6-8 months, and we'll touch base again. See where we're both at.
Because it'll be good to see where we're both at by then.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, see how much we've both grown.
See how much we've grown.
Yep, 100%.
Right, are we ready to end?
Anything else you want to add?
Have you got anything you want to give? Any shout outs? Do you want to mention any products or
socials?
No shout outs, no mentions, but I'll just say to you, Sula, if you do want to try some products, let us know, because we're happy to get some samples out to you. So yeah, I you can cut this bit out, but you haven't got to pay for the product.
I'm like Sean.
Get them out, give them a go.
I'm like Sean. I'll pay for a Test the Told box. I don't mind.
No,
You haven't got
thank
you ain't got a Baz. Yeah.
You're already giving 3 out, so I don't
We're
mind.
giving samples anyway. Yeah, we're giving samples anyway. And look, listen, you're giving us the opportunity. So let us get a test of toad box out to you guys as well. And that be on us, you know, as a thank you for inviting us onto the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then, like I say, we'll definitely touch base again. It'd be nice to talk to you both again. So
Yep.
Yeah, definitely. Hey, your sensitive tape might be out by then. Who knows?
You never know.
we'll see. We'll see how the feedback comes back in April. If it's not perfect, it's going again.
You'd be like, oh, we're so close to perfecting it. We're so close. It's been back 254 times already.
Put it this way, when the low tack comes out, it's going to be good.
Yeah.
Yep, 100%.
Right, I've been Baz,
Right.
that's been Sean, this has been the Decorators Den, and we will catch you next week. Goodbye.
Cheers, guys.